and we're going to talk about motivation.
Okay. Let's do it.
No, I mean, the coach's job is to, get the team to forget about what happened and focus. Not that anybody needs any issue focusing on Portland, I wouldn't think, but
it's a little easier.
What's your message? Yeah.
It's a little easier. Look, again, was there some improvement? I think the defending tactics worked against LAFC. I thought we handled them well. It's just, we needed to create a few more really clear chances. So that's kind of put to bed. We talked about it. And the focus is completely on Portland.
Is there relief or thankfulness to not have to think about LAFC for a while unless it's the postseason?
No, we're still thinking I am. But players, we need to focus. But coaching staff will need to keep thinking about it.
In what way?
It's how to make sure we can, if we meet them in the playoffs, figure out a solution.
I mean, personally, is it even more frustrating the fact that this is probably the team's best chance to get a title this year, the most probable?
Yeah. Sleepless nights.
Lochu didn't make a part of that 18. Just wanted to get your take on where he's at, how he made the determination.
Still part of the team. Still a good player.
After seeing the handball call, and kind of watching the replay, what do you make of it?
I was more interested in Christian's non-call in the first half. That to me was more of a penalty. Christian clearly gets to the ball first. The guy runs him over. Both players end up on the floor. I've seen that called.
So Portland's a team that likes to score goals, but they also allow. Alex said that they also allow goals. So I don't know how that plays into the way you're going to play. Sounders do what the Sounders do, right? Is that accurate?
I mean, look, they're going to miss a couple of big pieces. Yeah. Evander still has tons of quality. Phil's going to get his team up. It'll be a tight game. Most derbies are, but let's just see.
How is JP and everybody else?
Totally fine. Yeah. Everybody, even Brow is now questionable. You guys will get that later. So our injury report's getting better.
What have you seen out of Georgie? I mean, obviously he's been practicing with you guys by now that he's signed. What's the feel?
Georgie, there was a little bit of sentimentality there, a little bit of the fact that the kid knew the field because he plays there on a regular basis. His inclusion into the group, we'll try and work him in. I mean, look, he's still young, but lots of potential.
Pedro Labiga comes in, he has some minutes. What are your thoughts on him? And, the fact that he didn't get a lot of minutes, so he probably is pretty good to, start against Portland.
Are you taking notes, you two? I mean, seriously.
Is Pedro going to start tomorrow?
Sick of it, so I'm not going to do
No,
it.
I was thinking more physically.
Pedro is in consideration to start. He's looked better. Looked way better.
How much does winning down there earlier this year give you a little confidence boost going in there tomorrow?
A lot, because we went down a goal, came back. We had Raul's, wonder goal. I think Raul has 13 goals in 17 games against Portland. So that fact isn't lost on me either.
Do you look at the path of the next follow games, or do you just go one game at a time? I mean, you have some pretty tough games you're starting off.
Well, Minnesota was a tough game, and we were able to come back and have a good performance. Another loss. We're going to try and come back and have a good performance, and we'll think about Columbus next. It's going to be one game at a time. It has to be, because the games all have meaning. You can't go into Portland and not play up to your potential because it's your rival. They're right behind us in the playoffs. You can't go into Columbus not believing you can snatch a point. I mean, the team has to find that belief to try and continue to collect points to ensure that we can get up as high as possible in the playoffs.
But there's 8 matches left. Do you feel like it's playoffs now? I mean, it's a little early to say that. But
it's a little early, but, the mentality of this group has been pretty resilient. Look, they started off, we started off not great, and they've managed to turn it around. They've come back on short rest against different opponents, going back through some of the stuff, the goals we've taken. We've only taken 31 goals. Then you look at some of the wins that we've had, comebacks, from being down 2-0. There's a lot of resilience in this group.
On Brau's return to play process, is it like last time where he's going to probably play with Defiance before he makes? How far away is he from being able to play? You imagine?
He's in full, but not sure where he's going to get the minutes from Defiance, but they will. I mean, they're away now, but when they come back, let's see.
Going back to Pedro, now that you can consider him, how confident are you that you kind of found where you want to play him, the way you want to play with him on the field?
That's still TBD. He's come on the left. Is that it where he's going to stay? I don't know.